What an insane press conference that was. It wasn't the best press conference in the world, but it was definitely better than the last ones we had, featuring Jones gone. That last one was complete dull, but this was kind of fun. You know, it featured Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev, all those four. Very happy they didn't add freaking Brian Barberena, because he's legit the back of a pencil, if I can say that. But Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman had some beef. I can't remember everything. I'm not the best at it, but I'm just going to give my reaction to this. Yeah, both guys had some good words. I think one of the media members, by the way, complete dull questions. They're actual NPCs. I'm not even going to say that in a bit of an insult. They're actually genuinely NPCs that ask just normal questions, but the most boring questions. Like, I think I can put more. I think I would ask more of a better question than those boring fuckers. But Leon Edwards, they asked Leon Edwards questions. They asked him, what's it called? They asked him, they said to him, like, you were on the, what was it? You were on the road, now you're the main guy, the road man to the main man, they said to him, which was a bit weird. And they asked Usman, they both, you know, it was a bit calm at first, till both Usman and Edwards started to get a bit heated, you know. And, yeah, I mean, Edwards and Usman, you know, Edwards, Leon Edwards, was asked questions about, last time. The crowd, by the way, were crazy. They were crazy, calling Usman, you bald fuck, I think they called him. They also, they also called him, like, you stupid fuck. They were like, headshot dead, headshot dead, headshot dead, headshot dead. Kept saying that, which was pretty cool. And, they got heated. You know, Edwards, people keep saying this is the rematch, which I don't blame them for, because the first fight was fucking ages ago. But, of course, Usman has to bring it up. And I thought Usman was being a punk at first. Like, I thought he was just, you know, I think he was emotional. You know, I thought he was emotional from the head kick finally. It finally got to him after he seen Leon Edwards again. You know, it got to him eventually. But then, Leon Edwards, then I think the media member said it was the second fight, because he kept saying, like, the last fight, the first fight. Because it is the first fight, really. Because listen, even for Usman, even though he beat Edwards the first time, he's massively improved since then. 2015, massively improved. Same with Edwards. You know? So you can't really go off of that. It was so long ago, 2015, 8 years ago. You know? 7.5 years ago. You know? So, it was so long ago. So the rematch was kind of like, these guys are massively improved. And Edwards was like, Usman was like, you have any excuses for the first fight? And Edwards is like, yeah, I'm waiting for the title. He was like, my sheen went on your head, or something like that. Can't do a good Leon Edwards impression. But yeah. Yeah. Edwards, what's it called? Yeah, but Leon Edwards, but Usman came back after Edwards said, "Oh, I put my head kick, I put my head went on your, my shin wrapped around your head." Usman was like, "You were getting dominated 3 rounds before," and Usman came back. Edwards was like, "It doesn't change the fact that I head kicked you," or something like that. And Usman said, which was good, and I like this from Usman. He said, "Why do you let him bully you, Rocky? Why do you let him bully you, son? 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 Why do you let him bully you, son?" Which was so cool, and he kept saying it. It did eventually get annoying, but at first it was so good from Usman. Yeah. And Edwards kept laughing. And Edwards was getting a bit bullied around. Edwards said, "Oh yeah, holding me against the cage is bullying." Which is true. Usman, it's not like Usman was smashing him into orbits, like people are saying. Like, listen, Edwards was losing rounds 2, 3, and 4, but he wasn't getting smashed. He wasn't getting fucking destroyed, People acting like Usman landed big, boom, boom. Edwards is nearly out. Like, he held him against the cage and got some takedowns. So, people really overreact of that. But yeah. And it started getting heated. But then we can go on, though, to Justin Gaethje. He said he knows it's gonna be a war, bound to be fight of the year, which is true. I hope it is, because we've had nothing but shitty fights for a bit now. So I'm really hoping Gaethje Fiziev puts on a show, even if it does get a finish or not. I just want to be excited for a fight for once, because we've been having shit fucking fights for so long. I feel like, I don't know. I hope this is somewhat similar to the Chandler fight, because that first fight, the round 1, was one of the best rounds I've ever seen. But Gaethje though. He says he has the tools to beat Fiziev. And Fiziev came out and said, I think he's from Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is where he's from. And so, he's from there. All the fans came out to see him, which was pretty cool. Yeah. All the fans came out and came out to see him. And his English isn't the best, but he says he wants the best Justin Gaethje, which is pretty cool. Yeah. These guys have respect. No beef here whatsoever. These guys know they have work to do on Saturday. And Usman Edwards, nothing much, and Fiziev, not the best English, but he can speak some stuff. I think he'll improve on that when time comes on. When time comes on. When time comes. When time moves on, I'll say he'll have improved English. But Edwards and Usman says that there was 3 African champs. They all lost their belts, but it's still in history that there were 3 African champs. And maybe they can't go to Africa. Because the only thing they're rooting for Usman, the only thing that are gonna try to go Africa is Israel Adesanya winning against Pereira, and they run back a trilogy and they do Dricus. Right now they can do Dricus versus Jared Cannonier, and then we can do, at the end of the year, Adesanya versus Duplessis. Main event with Usman versus whoever in the co-main event. If he wins, I don't think they will. I do believe Adesanya and Usman will lose their fights. But maybe you do Usman versus Bilal, I guess. That's all you need to do. I get it. There's Chimaev, but Chimaev, I don't think the UFC will trust him after that last one. He almost ruined an event. He basically did still, because we ended up having Diaz Ferguson as a fucking main event. Anyways, yeah, but he said it was still in history, which is still true. But yeah, Usman, yeah, Edwards kept getting the cheers, which is good. Usman, every time he talked, it was just like boo, you know. They didn't do that to Fiziev though, which was pretty interesting. I think I respect the crowd because they weren't I mean, they were biased towards Edwards, obviously, but they weren't like they knew Fiziev. You know, I like when people know Fiziev. You know, they know Fiziev. It's not like it's this guy who's this guy fighting Gaethje? Like, they know Fiziev. You should know Fiziev by now, or else, you know, do some do your homework for real. Like, Fiziev is people should know him by now. And yeah, and Edwards kept getting the cheers. Yeah. Yeah, I just hope they make that when the fight happens. I hope, they cheer, they cheer on headshot dead, headshot dead, headshot dead. You know, they probably will do that, but that's what I want to see. Headshot dead, headshot dead. I want that to happen. You know, because maybe Edward can land another head kick. That would be so crazy. And Usman lays Edwards out cold. Holy. That would be crazy. I think Edwards wins the decision, though. I think he'll win a decision against Usman, but that would be crazy. So do it, UK. Come on. You're already known for your hyped energy. And you're you're already known for your big energy. So come on, do it. Do it. You did it at the press conference. Do it at the fight. Come on. Yeah, face-offs, though, Gaethje Fiziev respectful, saying they'll go to war. Yeah, that's pretty cool from them. Yeah, I wish we had Vettori at the press conference. I know he's fighting Delidsey, but still, would have been cool to have Marvin Vettori at the press conference. Would have been good. Would have been good. I guess they wanted the main fighters, because if Vettori came on, you would have had to bring Brian Barberena, Gunnar Nelson, and Casey O'Neill and Jennifer Maia as well. That would have sucked. So maybe they would have brought Vettori if he was the feature fight, but they want to space out the card. And yeah. Edwards and Usman faced off, and it was a long face-off, tense face-off. That's going to be such a good fight, in my opinion. And, yeah, tense face-off. Yeah. Edwards is noticeably bigger. He's noticeably bigger than Usman. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, not much to really say. I mean, what else happened? Oh, Abu Dhabi announced. Abu Dhabi is announced. Yeah, it's interesting. Good for Abu Dhabi. It's announced. October. They probably should get Makhachev on there in the main event. Probably try getting Ankalaev on there. But maybe they try doing Hill versus Yuri. Hope whoever wins. They'll probably hope Jamal Hill wins. Let's be real. And they can get Hill versus Ankalaev on there in the co-main event. I know he's light heavyweight, but still, I don't. Or maybe get Ankalaev just in a 3-rounder there. That'd be good as well. Yeah. That's announced. But I think Makhachev should fight Dariush if Dariush beats Oliveira. I think that should be certain. I think the UFC should come out and I think UFC should come out and say if Dariush wins, no matter whoever wins, should get a title shot. Realistically. I think Dariush will beat Oliveira, and I think he should get the title shot. If Oliveira wins, and if Gaethje wins, give Oliveira the rematch, and we can do Gaethje versus Poirier, I guess. But if Fiziev wins, and Dariush wins, Dariush title shot. If Fiziev and Oliveira wins, give Fiziev the title shot. At worst, do Fiziev Oliveira. If Darius just wins against Oliveira, give him the fucking title shot. He's earned it. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Press conference reaction and breakdown. And yeah, peace.